Hi again. Today we're going to talk about loading your paintbrush. And there are different ideas about this. I like to really understand the difference between taking a little bit of paint like this, and now I have paint on my brush. You can see it's on the brush. I'm going to have less control when I try to put that down. It's going to come off in bigger chunks, as opposed to loading it in my brush. And that requires going back and forth, like that. And now my brush has got all the paint in. There's nothing sticking out. So I have a lot more control. When I put it down now, the harder I press, the more paint comes out. But it gives me control rather than the canvas taking whatever it wants off that big pile. Let me show you this with a bit of a different color. We'll go up here some nice alizarin crimson. Now if I just take it on the brush, the big clump there, and I go to paint it, it comes off uneven. You can see that the bottom there is not the same. Whereas loading it back and forth in the brush, I have a lot more control. And I can get, by going here like back and forth like this, also I can create a chisel so I can allow me to have very thin lines if I want them. If I were to try that with a big clump of paint, it'd be almost impossible. There's big pieces falling off. Now, there might be a time and a place when you want the big clumps towards the end of your painting, when you want to have some more texture. Then having the big clumps might be desired to have what's called impasto. But that's usually towards the end of the painting. At the beginning, you want the paint to be a bit thinner. Now, I'm not using thinner right now to demonstrate, or any medium, because I don't think it's necessary at this point. But to understand, the chisel really gives me control to do something very thin, but if I press a bit harder, it comes out a bit thicker. But it's still flat. It's even right throughout, unlike this or like that, where there are these clumps. So this is really important for having more control over the brush, over the amount of paint, so that when you go to your canvas, you are in control how much comes off. One last demonstration of loading up without flattening it. I go to paint like that, and it just doesn't come out even. It's all clumped up. But if I go back and forth and get it really in the brush, now I have a lot more control. Anyhow, so that's my tip for loading your brush. I hope it's helpful, and I'll look forward to speaking with you again with other little tips. Thank you.